He does all the time. 15 total receptions over the last 2 games. He spoke to the media today. What did he have to say?
Laura, I can tell you that playoff Travis Kelce is definitely in the house, as we saw in that 49-yard catch and run against the Houston Texans. He just has this uncanny ability of coming up big in the biggest moments, in the biggest games. And one thing that certainly helps him, at least understanding coverages, is his experience in high school and college as a quarterback. And the quarterback he would have loved to be, well, I'll let him handle that.
Josh is who I used to dream about being like in the NFL. Big, athletic quarterback, big arm, being able to be a dual threat guy. I never had the arm talent that Josh had, so they kicked me over to tight end. And, his ability to do everything. Obviously he's, you could tell he's really took the bull by the horns and really been their leader up front. And channeled that. Guys come in and out of the building, and he's the main piece in there making that thing go week in, week out. And I got so much respect for that guy.
Yeah, you might have dreamed of being a Josh Allen type quarterback in the NFL, but I would say that the move to tight end has worked out pretty well for him, especially as he closes in on another NFL record, this time on postseason touchdown receptions. Now, part of his secret, he told me, bringing the energy. He feeds off the energy, he said, off the younger guys in the locker room, guys like, say, an Isaiah Pacheco or an Xavier Worthy. So I thought that was really interesting perspective from the oldest guy on this offense, 35-year-old Travis Kelce, Laura, for whom age, for now, just a number.
Yeah, he keeps telling everybody he feels 22. I wonder why. All right, the playoffs bring out the best in Travis Kelce, okay? Over the last 5 seasons, he averages 2 more catches and 27 more receiving yards in the playoffs compared to the regular season. He also has 14 touchdowns in 14 playoff games in that span. With 2 more, he would tie Jerry Rice for the most receiving touchdowns in NFL playoff history. That was the history that Michelle was referencing. Now, as for this Bills defense, they got some bad news on the injury front this afternoon. Sean McDermott ruled out safety Taylor Rapp for the AFC Championship game. That, according to Arlena Getzenberg. Rapp's absence means rookie safety Cole Bishop is now in position to start versus the Chiefs. RC, what do you make of that news?
Well, I think the one thing is you love to have the chemistry and continuity at the safety position, and so much goes into that when you think of communication. And so now the communication will be different between DeMar Hamlin and Cole Bishop, especially when we see the way that Travis Kelce can ramp it up in the playoffs. And here's the thing, and I played at the age of 35. It wasn't that I couldn't get it going for 1 game or 2 games. It was just hard to get it going for 16.
Right.
And we've seen Travis Kelce in the last 2 weeks, or last 2 years, sort of figure that out. We know how important he is on third down. We know how important he is in the scramble drill. And so if you're the Buffalo Bills, you want to make sure, whether it's Matt Milano or Terrell Bernard, you're keeping him or keeping Patrick Mahomes in the pocket, because now with a young rookie that could be matching him in zone, you don't want him to get lost in the scramble drill and not have the ability to plaster like a veteran, like a Taylor Rapp may have.
I would take shots at this Buffalo secondary, specifically their safeties. We saw it against Denver. We saw it last week. Couple moments when they got out of position, maybe had some bad eyes, and you're able to throw the ball down the field at this group. And here's the thing. Kansas City has been really close at hitting some shots down the field. They just haven't made them. This is the game you got to go make them. Baltimore made them last week, and it was a huge reason why they had so much success moving up and down the field. This Kansas City offense, I've said for weeks, is close, and it's closer than people think. But you can't be close in this game. Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, you're going to have to make the shot and take advantage of the opportunity. I want to see how they use Xavier Worthy in this game. They used Worthy a little bit last week, Kansas City, almost like Buffalo has Ty Johnson a little bit, or Curtis Samuel. Him having an impact in the different ways is big, but they got to hit their shot down the field when it's there.
Yeah. 2 thoughts. Going back to the last game, Patrick Mahomes had one of his highest play action usage of the regular season, play
12.
action in this one. To Dan's point, hitting those shots downfield against those safeties, buying him some time. I think you do that a lot. The other thing is this, with regards to Travis Kelce, this is in contrast to the last game, where, as you guys remember, he had 8 catches. He was not a big part, you see there. I would align him tight to the formation much more than they did, because in aligning him out wide, the Bills were able to put Christian Benford on him. They were comfortable playing man coverage. Christian Benford, who's their best cornerback. Taron Johnson was on him in the slot. Those are matchups you like if you're the Buffalo Bills. But if you can get him lined tight to the formation, or maybe in the slot out of bunches, working the middle of the field, going up against those linebackers and safeties, you feel a lot better about that if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. So I would not split very often.
Yeah, one note, Benford was listed as questionable on the injury report today and didn't practice.
That's
RC,
huge.
That's a big deal.
It is, right. Yeah,
Watch
we'll keep an
that,
eye on that for sure. Now, RC, when it comes to defending Travis Kelce, I say it that way because nobody really figures out how to do it in the playoffs. But what is the recipe here for the Bills to try to do it with the personnel they have?
You know what? I love that Mina already hit on some of the coverage guys they used on him last time. And Taron Johnson plays a ton against 12 personnel. And you can look at what they did with Isaiah Likely and also Mark Andrews last week. I think they should mix some of the coverage up against Travis Kelce, that even if Taron Johnson is on him, sometimes bumping him if you're going to drop into zone, or locking him and playing some 2-match, doing some things where you can play palms and now be reading Travis Kelce while you square up in the middle if he goes out. I think you have to mix up the looks against him, but also use different coverage guys. I believe it starts with Taron Johnson, but when you have Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano available, they can be on him too in some man situations. But if they major in zone, which we see from Sean McDermott's defense in the 2-high, I believe Travis Kelce will find his spots.
Yeah, I would treat him as a Where's Waldo situation defensively, or I would expect it. Offensively, we often have a Where's Waldo, where teams that have a chess piece defensively, where is that guy? Sometimes end man line of scrimmage, inside, off of a rotation. So we're always having our eyes on him. I think Buffalo defensively should deploy something like that. Where is he? Someone is constantly designated on either side of the ball to hit him at the line of scrimmage, to throw some of that timing off, because then you take advantage of the interior with Caliendo or the opposite tackle with Jawan Taylor. If you can throw off that timing and get to Patrick, it minimizes as much as you can his big-time impact.
I know, as you're saying that, I'm thinking about the touchdown pass in the divisional round where Patrick was going to
Not
the
even
ground.
a route. Not even a real route.
What are you going to do? All right, we're just getting started on NFL Live. So much more coming your way, including our game picks for this weekend. The Commanders got the best of the Eagles in their last matchup, but
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay của mình sẽ là video gì đây? Nhiều quá, không biết làm video gì. Đây, rất nhiều những sản phẩm mình đã chuẩn bị để promo để gửi tặng đến tất cả các bạn đây. Đấy, những sản phẩm chắc các bạn rất chi là quen thuộc, những đồ dùng, con vật đây. Và đồ dùng đi theo mình là hộp xăm màu của mình đây. Đây là những cây màu đầy màu sắc này, rất chi là tuyệt vời nha. Các bạn, nếu các bạn thấy hay, hãy cho mình like và đăng ký kênh nha.
실제로 또 뭐니까
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay của mình sẽ là làm video gì đây? Nhiều quá, không biết làm video gì. Đây, rất nhiều những sản phẩm mình đã chuẩn bị để tô màu để gửi tặng đến tất cả các bạn đây. Đấy, những sản phẩm chắc các bạn rất chi là quen thuộc, những đồ dùng, con vật đây. Và đồ dùng đi theo mình là hộp xăm màu của mình đây. Đây là những cây màu đầy màu sắc này, rất chi là tuyệt vời nha. Các bạn nếu các bạn thấy hay hãy cho mình like và đăng ký kênh nha.
Giờ tiếp tục